What's up, guys? I want to talk about my month of August and how it was completely decimated and for training purposes. And what happened, I lost strength. My jiu-jitsu by the end of the month, I think has taken a step back. And so when I literally sat, I was thinking about this, like, why did all of this happen? So there was two particular days that greatly contributed to the decline of my performance both in strength and jiu-jitsu. And those were both Saturdays, or Saturday nights. First one, earlier this month. I don't know what happened, just plain old insomnia. And just was not able to sleep, and for Saturday night. So here's a problem with that. I, like probably most of us, my days are so jammed with stuff going on between like regular work, of course, responsibilities at home, family, doing this channel, my jiu-jitsu, and so I'm stretched pretty thin, right? And listen, I know I'm no exception to this. You guys are as well. So anyway, so what I do, unfortunately, this is certainly not optimal, but I depend on getting a lot of sleep on Saturday nights, and it kind of helps me recover from a lot of the missing sleep I got earlier in the past week. Really, I get about 7-ish hours sleep the night, but this past month it was 7 hours like during most nights, but Saturday night I sleep, probably wake up Sunday morning, oh god, I probably get like 9-10 hours. But those extra 2 or 3 hours, it helps in my recovery so unbelievable, So anyhow, so the first one just this month, I couldn't sleep, right? I just simply couldn't sleep. So I ended up, instead of getting 9-10 hours sleep, I ended up with 4. And so that set me back the next week. Horrendous. I was not recovering, from workouts at all. And my jiu-jitsu, I was tired, so my thinking processes were much more slow. Not that I'm the quickest on my feet in jiu-jitsu, I definitely admit to that. But it was, even if I pulled back on the accelerator, even more so. And then this was compounded. Again, this goes back to obligations. I had to get up early. I got Sunday morning. And whatever I had to, family-related stuff I had to do, I could help some family members out with some moving kind of thing. A lot of fun, right? That, and again, so instead of a full night's sleep, I ended up getting about 6. And these happened, I think, in the first 2 weekends of the month of August. And I tell you guys, I never recovered. And to compound all this too, my jiu-jitsu school, the month of August is kind of like mental toughness month, and what we do, we have just 10-minute rolls for an hour and a half the entire time. It's just a real kick in the nuts. So this is taxing my body well above and beyond even what we do in jiu-jitsu on a normal day. So my body was shot from all this, and I already needed, because of what was going on in my jiu-jitsu school, I already needed additional sleep to make up for the energy expenditure, and also I needed the sleep to obviously help recover. Didn't get it, and my bench, I do close grip bench, and I just started declining like crazy. I'm just kind of holding on right now. I'm doing 5 sets of 5 with 225 pounds of close grip bench. Just kind of stop the bleeding and go from there. My deadlift is kind of the same thing, guys. I lost some poundages and I'm just trying to hold on. Whatever I'm doing, I don't know. Oh god, I can't remember. But it's it's certainly not where I wanted to be. But it's similar to like my May numbers, as opposed to where even my July numbers were much greater in the poundages I was using. But guys, it's crazy as it sounds, really though, this whole month and everything can be traced back to only 2 days. Just wrecked my whole month. If I got sleep in those 2 nights, if I got 10 hours on both those instead of the 4 or the 5 and the 4 and 6, whatever I got, I truly think I would have been fine. But that's how kind of a thin line it is with recovery and so forth, and you know, to be able to get your performance to keep it growing, keep progressing. I don't think I would have been able to progress much this month as far as strength wise, due to what we're doing in my jiu-jitsu school in the month of August. You know, but I wouldn't have lost like considerable strength, I don't think, and you know, set me back a couple of months. You know, I don't think it's going to set me back months. Actually, I think it's going to take me. It'll probably take me most of September to get there, but you know, to get back where I was. But so I kind of but still whatever. But really, all this is traced back to those 2 days, and this just really shows how the importance of sleep. At some point, I'm going to do a more in-depth video on sleep and how to, you know, and why it's so important, you know, kind of give you the physiological reasons and so forth. You know, but not for now. I just kind of want to bring this out there as I was kind of, you know, as I do every month. I reflect back on my previous month of training and, you know, kind of address where I'm at, particularly for strength training. It's what I've always done and everything. So anyways, guys, kind of frustrating, but you know what? This is part of it, and this is part of learning. And this is the first time I think I've narrowed everything down to like just a couple of days. Usually it's kind of like it's usually kind of a bigger thing, but I think it's just, you know, it's just those 2 days just set the tone for the entire month. And you know what? I never regrouped. But hey, the good news is September. It's the first weekend of September. I'm well rested. We have a 3-day weekend here in the United States. It's Labor Day. And so I have plenty of rest. I'm ready to crush this month, you know, and get back to where I was. So, you know, I'm excited about that. And also, to the longer weekend, a lot of the pains and so forth are really going away in the body. And I definitely had, like everyone else that does jiu-jitsu, man, we got our pains everywhere and everything. I was like, God, check out this finger, man. This thing just won't go back down. You know, a little bigger than the other middle finger, or ring finger, that is. Oh well, you know the drill. You know, just you know, we you're not gonna have pretty hands by doing jiu-jitsu. All right, guys, really. Listen, this is how close to detail you really need to pay attention when you're looking back in your program, you know, to see where your progress is going. And this is so, just little things like this are so important. It's not, you know, it's not like my workouts aren't working for me or anything like that. It's because I wasn't getting the rest needed to be able to recover, to be able to keep growing, or at least maintain where I'm at to get me through this brutal month we had in my jiu-jitsu school. All right, guys, that is it. Hey, if you have any questions or anything, leave them down below. And hey, the most important thing though, if you've yet to subscribe to my channel, do that. Hit subscribe button. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Ooosss.